So I can confirm in Nassau County, we have a total of 5,537 cases of positive cases of COVID-19. That's a jump from 880 from yesterday. We have 7 new deaths to report, I'm sorry to say. They are 5 men and 3 women ranging in age between 56 and 92 years old. I'm also saddened to say that we have lost the first member of our Nassau County family, our first employee who has died of COVID-19, a woman who is age 65. She worked in our Department of Social Services in the temporary assistance section, and she devoted her career to helping those in our community, to families who are in times of need. So we grieve her loss, we're with her family, and I want to say to each and every one of our DSS employees, thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. You continue to provide essential services to our residents who need them in very uncertain times, and I'm grateful. On behalf of this county, I'm grateful for you. So as of last night, we had 906 COVID-related hospitalizations. So that includes positive cases and those who are pending tests. On ventilators countywide, we have, as of last night, 185. And our ventilator capacity countywide, as of last night, was 52. We imagine that that capacity has gone down because I know our hospitals have seen more patients come in between last night and now. Some of our hospitals report several symptomatic patients coming in every hour. One hospital network that we spoke to said there's been a 12-fold increase in the amount of patients from just 1 week ago. And the patients that are coming in more sick than they were at the beginning. So it's a question of quantity, more patients, and a question of quality, more sickness for those more patients that are coming in, or a higher level of sickness. Each of our hospital leaders, and I've spoken with all of them, have highlighted and continue to highlight the need for ventilators, personal protection equipment, and staff. For instance, respiratory therapists, it's a very niche specialty, and they're more in need now than ever, and I know that they're exhausted. Hospitals are all able to deal with the surge in the need of beds and of space. They are able to accommodate that. So the issue is not beds and space as much as it is ventilators and people who can work the ventilators. We just heard the governor asking our hospital systems to scour their networks, to scour their systems for resources, and we know that they're doing that. They're reaching out to nursing agencies and to traveling nurses agencies as well. They're converting anesthesia machines into ventilators, and we just saw the governor with a handheld breathing device. So everyone is working hard to be creative and to make the most of everything that we have. In normal times, a ventilator may be used for a day or 2 or 3 for a patient, but these are not normal times. We're seeing patients on ventilators for 2 weeks or more, so they're staying on ventilators much more than in normal times. Nassau County, on an emergency basis, ordered 100 new ventilators. The original time frame was about 10 days. We are pressing to get those in more quickly. I really want to thank our partners at the state level, Governor Cuomo and his team, for working with us and for their relentless pursuit and strategizing for resources. You know, hospitals are also pushing people to stay home if they can. If you're mildly symptomatic, we need you to stay home. Our medics are pushing people to stay home. If you're mildly symptomatic, you know how to take care of yourself when you've got the flu or a bad cold. Please do it the same way. Our hospitals are reporting much bigger use in telemedicine, which is a very good way to provide service. So again, if you are mildly symptomatic, do not go to the hospital. You can take care of yourself. Making things more complicated, Mother Nature has visited upon us a virus that is not COVID-19, but is similar, with similar symptoms. Tests are coming up negative, so there's some confusion in a lot of people. They're getting the test and they're finding that it is not coronavirus. So that's something else that we have to deal with. Again, if you're mildly symptomatic, you can stay home and call your healthcare provider. You know, I mentioned at the beginning of the briefing that our Department of Social Services employees are essential. So are our law enforcement. The police department reports 55 positive cases and 144 in quarantine. Our sheriff's department now has 10 positive cases, corrections officers who are positive. We have one deputy sheriff who is positive. We have 26 from the sheriff's department in quarantine right now. We've got 3 inmates who have tested positive in our county jail that are in a newly created isolation housing unit, so they are isolated from the rest of the population. There are 13 inmates under precautionary quarantine, and they are in a separate isolated housing unit. I really want to thank James Arenda. He was just confirmed by the legislature on Monday as our brand new sheriff, and I could not be more grateful for his leadership and his nimbleness and his ability to handle this. He has been proactive, as has his team. You know, we have a lot of immunity issues with our inmates, and I have to pause and end this briefing by thanking our amazing corrections officers. We want to make sure that the intake officers are wearing masks. We want to make sure you have what you need. But you men and women have really showed what you're made of. And I am beyond grateful on behalf of the county. Our entire county is beyond grateful for what you've shown in this crisis, and that is courage and strength and diligence and a true professionalism. So I thank you very, very much. Any questions? Thank you.
Wait, sorry.
Yes.
This is about schools. Schools closings have been extended, and essential workers are being given care programs to help their families. What's being done to make sure that these children are safe in those settings?
I know our school districts have been working to accommodate childcare, and if people have questions, they can do it through their school systems. I want to thank, Rich Monty, who runs the Crest Hollow Catering Center, has made his place available for childcare if it's needed. A lot of people are stepping up. I want to thank, the team, siblings who are taking care of their siblings now. Neighbors are pitching in as much as they possibly can, and everyone's really having to scramble to accommodate childcare. But there are options. If you get in touch with your local school district, you can find out what those options are.
And as this unfolds, what steps is the county doing, if it can, to increase hospital capacity to help with the surge?
So I'm speaking with our hospital executives regularly and helping them coordinate with the state. The state has also been very proactive in making sure that they're hustling when it comes to ventilators, when it comes to staff. And most of our hospitals are connected to larger networks, so they do have resources. But one thing I must caution is a lot of our hospitals have strong resources in the city. Of course, New York City right now is getting saturated, so it's going to take a lot of creativity and a lot of hard work, but everybody is rowing in the same direction, whether it's the county, our towns and villages, our state, and our hospitals are all working towards the same goal.
Do you have current capacity numbers for the hospital, like beds, staff, things like that? I know you mentioned some of it.
It varies from hospital to hospital, so in terms of beds, that's not the problem. The urgency right now is for ventilators. That is the urgency right now. And our hospitals are saying that they're holding on and they're working really hard, and the state is being helpful. But this is a dire situation, and we need all the help we can get for our hospitals.
And when do they expect Senior Westbury site to come online?
From what I understand, it's to come online in 2 weeks.